Hi lovely people, it's Rachel and it's the first vintage kit re-release What's New Wednesday. So this was voted for in the Facebook group and I gave you a few options and Planner Owls won. So these were a very early EllieBeth design and I am just so pleased that they're coming back because they've been back a couple of times, but I have to say this time is definitely my favourite. So let's have a look through what we've got. You'll be glad to know there are tiny kits, flexible kits, all sorts, but let's kick off first with the full kit. So we have got your usual sheet of deco and words, and the colour on these this time is a very kind of soft purpley grey. It is so pretty in person. And you've got your hashtag planner owl and hoot, little glasses, and I can't decide which owl is my favourite, but I do have a soft spot for this one, I think. Then you have your more functional sheet with your date covers, sidebar packs, checklists and so on. The checklist I couldn't resist including in these the checklists that I had on the original pack. So you have 4 of the normal ombre ones and then you have 4 of these which are like a little piece of paper with the owls and hoot, and then your skinny washi, and again it's that mid-century circles design coming back all the time. And then we have the full boxes and weekend banner and flags, and yeah, I just love these. Life's a hoot is the quote for this one. Your mixed boxes, and again I just love the geometrics in this. The patterns are just really lovely and very appealing. And then your washi pack, and again had to include those, and your owls. And these are designed so that if you remember, this is where the smaller piece sits. So your owls are going to have the green ones at either side if you're using these in an Erin Condren or one that's got 3 days and 4 days, if that makes sense. And then your headers and little things pack as well. And there's probably going to be a change on this sheet coming very soon, but I will say more about that another time, just because I think it's time to have a little refresh and a little reformat. So your mini kit has the deco sheet and full boxes as normal, or as the full kit does, and then you have the mini functional sheet and the mini washi and little things pack, which has been really well received. I'm really pleased about that, but some of the changes that are coming about are because people are missing their headers. So next up we have the flexible kit, and this is designed for the owlie initially, but in all honesty I've seen this over the last few weeks in a bullet journal, in a Erin Condren horizontal, I've seen it used in travels notebooks. It really is flexible. So you have your date covers that go across the top of your page, and then 2 strips of washi here and a wider one here. Obviously you end up with patterns next to each other, which on the sheet looks really irritating, but there isn't a better way to do that and fit in the quote box and everything. So just go with it. You've got your quote, 2 of your big half box event labels, and then your sheet of event labels here in different sizes, a couple of flags, and then your banners and checklists, or check star lists, or star checklists or something. It's very early in the morning, I do apologise, and I have been up since 5:30. So on these you have 3 that go the full length of the paper, and then you have basically another 5. One's designed for a sidebar, the other 4 are split into a 2, 4, 6, 7, 5 and 3, so you can use the number that you need and make that fit what you want to do with it, hence the name flexible. Then we have the very popular tiny kit. Since these came on the scene, I think they've become an absolute bestseller in the shop. So this is designed that it will fold in 3, and there are very faint lines on here, and it then will sit into a pocket size traveller's notebook. This is a Foxy Fix, and yeah, you may have seen that on Instagram. It's got the Unicorn Dreams kit in it at the moment with a few other bits and bats knocking around. So it will actually fold up and then sit on the strings, and of course you can also use it in other size planners. Folded, it's going to sit really nicely in a personal planner or in an A5. Basically it's you know, you do with it what you need to do. So you've got on there, you've got your checklists, flags, some icons, little things, some headers, habit tracker sidebar, deco, you've got your boxes, which coincidentally do fit in the small Erin Condren hardbound and the horizontal. Mixture of just sort of labels and appointment boxes there, dots and 2 strips of washi. And because the washi is split into 2, oh, that is cut there as well. And I didn't really want to decapitate any owls. I went for the mid-century. I'm saying mid-century circles because that kind of is the design name. Like you have Moroccan tiles, you have mid-century circles. And so yeah, I went for that washi there. Then we have the notes kit and, oh, of course we have the add-on boxes. Okay, so this has been a really popular combination in the shop, and also the deco sheet, which is available separately with that, has been a really popular combination of those 3. So it's become much more almost of a sort of build your own kit affair since that came in, so that's been really nice. Right, so then we have notes pages and monthly view. So let's have a little look at the notes first because that's what's in my hand. Now, I had a little reformat and a rethink about how I wanted to do this habit tracker this last time. So you've got that, you've got your notes header up at the top, long checklist which you can either use on your notes page or you might be creating your own currently list somewhere else in your planner, because if you do use the whole of this kit you're actually going to have more than enough for your notes page. Then we've got, yes, you got your 2 checklists, and again those beautiful geometrics in the background, some checklists that line up here, some little headers that you could use either for making a list or in conjunction with these sort of goal settings areas to set some goals in these circles. 2 bars, again they will sit at the top of the checklist, and then your dots. And if I just show you in an Erin Condren what the sort of layout of the page is, you can see how you've got your header bar, the bars there, the circles, those 2 big boxes, your habit tracker, and how that is kind of fitting together. Now, one of the real favourites of the kit when I initially did it was the idea of creating your own currently list for each month, and that's what these prompts are here. Let me just bring you right in if I can and try and stand so you can actually see. Let's have a look. There we go. So you can see there, you can pause if you want to read them all. You've got various prompts and you can create a list of where you're at in the month for this current month. And then either use it, I did suggest some people might want to use it like down this part of the page, or use your blank notes pages in the back, and you can fit, I think it's 3 on each one, so you can actually have kind of a snapshot of the year at a glance, which would be really nice. Okay, so that's your notes kit. Again, been really popular. And then the monthly view kit, which this one I have to say has come out as one of my favourites, I think. So on this 4-page kit, and I think I'm just going to go straight here because I just love this little owl behind this month. I just think it's so cute and just looks fabulous. I did start off with a really big owl down here and it didn't look right, so I put him up there. Okay, so let's actually grab again an Erin Condren because I can show you then what the idea is with this and where things are sort of designed for. But as ever, this works with many planners. I know Jennifer of Yellow Door Days on Instagram, she's great at using these in happy planners. You know, I've seen them in bullet journals. They are very, very flexible. So you have your 2 big pieces that sit up at the top here, and then you can choose which month you actually want to use it in. So you've got September to December, and the pattern in the background on these will match up exactly with roughly about there on this. You've got a couple of washi strips, different sizes. You've got your date covers, flags and dots. And then you have your days, so you can either keep it a Sunday to Saturday calendar, or you might want to switch it to a Monday to Sunday calendar, in which case please take note of where the last day sits and if the first has to move, and just think about it before you start sticking, basically is what I'm saying. Because then what you have here are 2 wide strips And you can see they are wide, they're the height of these boxes, and they have little cut marks behind so that you can trim it to cover up the unused boxes if that's what you wish to do. So for example, on this one, if I was just leaving it Sunday to Saturday, I would just use one of them there, and then I would trim the other one and put it there on that day. So you've got those options. Then that's obviously designed for your sidebar. Then we have some cancelled, rescheduled, and some various little bits of decorative stickers around the place. And I nearly forgot about this sheet entirely. So with this one, you've got again some more like EllieBeth related stickers. You've got a set of icons, set of monthly event stickers, and then some mini ones too. So there's hearts and checklist paydays, celebration birthdays, movie or YouTube or film night, cleaning days, and bill due stickers, and then 2 full box cover-ups as well. And I had to put that little cute owl in there. I don't know, for some reason on this set he featured a little bit more. He was kind of, I want to say winking at me, but that makes no sense, but you know what I mean. I just really liked him. And Cesara, who saw this, who's on my design team, she's Foxy Susie Plans on Instagram. She looked at it and just went, that is going to be perfect for a back to school in September, which it absolutely is. Just to have a little look on October, I think you could use that quite nicely because of some of the sort of yellowy mustard tones. November's going to look great. December, if you're still hanging on to it. Yeah, doesn't quite go with the bright green, but hey, that's what it is. If you're covering it up, it doesn't really matter anyway. So there we are. So let's have a see, just a quick little recap. So we have got your monthly kit, notes kit, traveller's notebook kit, the tiny one, as it's been called, the tiny with the capital T and capital N. Add-on boxes, mini kit, flexible kit, full kit. Yeah, I had real fun actually designing this little lot. I really enjoyed coming back to something that is very, I would say very classic EllieBeth. You know, Planet Owls, and I think one of the other ones that was very early on was Russian Dolls. And there are a few things that are going to be coming up, because the idea is that each month I will release a vintage kit in the new formats, so, and that will be voted for in my Facebook group, which you can find the links for down below. And yeah, I'd love to hear any suggestions, any ideas of what you want to see come back. And in the meantime, this will all be available on Wednesday the 20-something of July, because I've just forgotten what date it's actually going to be tomorrow. The 26th, that'll be the one. So Wednesday 26th of July, 6 PM EllieBeth time, and as usual there will be unlimited stock for the first 24 hours, plus an extra little discount on the website as well. It will then come to Etsy as well, but there will not be the either unlimited stock or discount. So those two are kind of running side by side, the website and the Etsy shop, because I can hold them in my hands, don't you know? But you're getting the better discount on the website simply because, to be very honest with you, it costs me less to sell through my website, and I'm going to be absolutely upfront with you about that. I am also working on a new website at the moment, which I am so excited to share with you. There's going to be all sorts of new features there, but in the meantime the Etsy shop as well is getting things added to it pretty much weekly, and I'm really glad that there's some of you who are finding me through that, and that's fabulous. So there we go, 6 PM tomorrow night, unlimited stock, 24 hours, nice little discount, and yeah, I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.